You know, sometimes I like to think that these people just aren't real, and that they're it's hard to believe that people like this, who are so detached from reality, can clearly see that there is a trend that it's not working in Hollywood right now, and yet rather than just accepting it and moving on to something that will make them money, they continue doing the very thing that's losing them money, all just to stick it to the chuds. Hollywood celebrates gender equality in movies, but states we need even more representation as audiences tune out. Hollywood is jerking itself off for achieving a so called milestone in gender equality, as more than half of the top 100 movies in 2024 featured a female lead or co lead. However, a closer look at the box office numbers tells a different story because numbers don't lie. One that suggests audiences are becoming increasingly disengaged from the industry's forced representation efforts. Oh boy, we have our favorite, Ray. Despite more movies being released in 2024 than in 2023, the total box office declined, raising serious questions about the actual impact of Hollywood's identity-driven agenda. Now, of course, there's always going to be those weirdos on Twitter who are like, oh my god, this is such a vibe. Oh my god, representation. I feel validated." But normal people who don't give a crap are like, "Why? Okay, but why though? Like, why are we trying to take 007 and make him a chick? Why are we taking male protagonists and gender swapping them to being females? Why are we taking historically white characters and making them black? What is the purpose of all of this?" But this is, again, these motherfuckers are not real. Because it's like I've said before, this is how I describe them. They're the idiot kids who don't learn not to touch the stove. I've said this before because it's a perfect representation. A normal person sees that something doesn't work, right? So you're that kid. You burn yourself. You're like, boy, I certainly don't want to do that again. But these people in Hollywood are the fucking idiot kids. They burn themselves, and they're like, and then they keep touching it, expecting a different result. Like, the oven is hot, dumbass. You're gonna keep burning yourself. Try something different. But they're the idiot kids. They're just, ow. What the Like, they don't understand that what they're doing isn't working. They need to try something different. Pandering with the strong, powerful women's and this, it's not working. It's not working. The numbers don't lie. When the numbers come out for these movies, domestic and international and all that, and you see that these movies are hardly getting any money at all, that's people voting and speaking with their wallets. So all the freaking weirdos on Twitter are like, "Oh yes, this is the direction that Hollywood needs to go in. This is the direction that people want." But then you see the numbers and you see that no, it's not. It's not the way that people want to go. The box office continues to struggle. Before the pandemic, Hollywood was consistently pulling in $11 billion a year. Now, post 2020, the industry struggles to break past 8.5 billion, with 2024's total box office revenue declining from 2023. Can't imagine why. Despite releasing more films in 2024, the industry made less money. That's not a sign of success. It's a glaring red flag that studios are failing to connect with the audience. But who cares, as long as they can push their ideological shit. Because that's what is important. Not about entertaining people, but making sure your political message is pushed. Here's the breakdown. 2019 pre-COVID, 11.3 billion box office in revenue. Billion in box office revenue. 2023 post-COVID, 8.9 billion. A significant drop from pre-2020 levels. Yeah. And 2024, 8.5. A further decline from 2023. Huh. There must be some common thing here. Some common denominator that's the reason for all of this. You know, but hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And cut. What makes this even more damning is that as the years go by, movie prices get more expensive. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's why people prefer to be, just stream stuff online now, because it's just too much to go see a movie. I mean, even if you don't buy anything there, it's still expensive. Very expensive. See ya, Douglas. So what can already be perceived as a downturn in business is actually even worse. Many people are refusing to go see movies in a theater, and the box office numbers are going down. But here's why that's a good thing. They didn't say that, but that's what they tried doing. They try to twist it like it's a great thing. Here's why it's a good thing. Because more people are viewing on streaming services now. The numbers, yeah, I said that. I said that. The numbers don't lie. Hollywood is making more inclusive movies, but fewer people are showing up to watch them. If representation alone were enough to drive the box office success, the industry would be, yeah. Again, don't believe what the weirdos on Twitter are saying. They don't speak for the majority. They only speak for themselves. So these people, these weirdos with the Kool-Aid in their hair and the piercings all over their face, when they come out and say that there's a modern audience and the modern audience wants diversity and all that, no, they don't. Frankly, we don't care if the characters are black. Just make them good characters. This character was like fucking paper. A cardboard cutout has more character than her. The freaking cat was a better character than her. Her. Look at me, everyone. Look what I can do. No training, no nothing, but I can do something that even, Luke and Anakin, they had to train. Not me, because I'm a strong, powerful woman. So, more representation, but still not enough. The world's not enough. But the increase in female-led films, the diversity advocates aren't fully celebrating just yet. The USC Annenberg Inclusion Initiative report highlights that leads and co-leads from underrepresented racial and ethnic groups declined in 2024, sparking fresh complaints that Hollywood isn't doing enough. Only 25 of the top 100 films featured a lead of color in 2024, a significant drop from 37 in 2023. Her. I've never seen so much division caused by one person that's brought both sides together. Like everyone. The left, the right, blacks, whites, Latinos. You name it. Everyone has a collective hatred of this chick because she doesn't know when to shut up. So what's the response from activists? Instead of acknowledging the audience, simply prefer well-crafted stories over identity politics. If the characters are diverse, great. Just make them good. But of course, the people listening are too stupid to comprehend that, and all they hear is, oh, that person doesn't want diversity. They hate black people and women. No. I'm saying it's stupid to have a black person and their entire personality is that they're black. That's not a personality trait. Being gay is not a personality trait. Being trans is not a personality trait. Identifying as bisexual is not a personality trait. Having ADHD is not a personality trait. Having autism is not a personality trait. Give us real characters that feel authentic, not these stereotypical and just hollow characters. That's all we're asking for. But that seems to be too much. Even that seems to be too much for you fucking morons. Oh my god, they hate black people and women and LGBTQ plus community. No, we hate shit characters. You want diversity? Make them better written. Simple as that. Simple as that. And then you have those people who are like, oh my god, all you people with the same talking points. It's like, maybe because it's true. Maybe because we're speaking what other people aren't. We don't care about the diversity. We just want it better written. Simple. The audience Hollywood... Wait, what? The audience Hollywood disconnect. I think you forgot a Y there. The biggest post-COVID hits, Top Gun, Maverick, Spider-Man No Way Home, succeeded because they focused on entertainment first. Guess what? MJ was black. Zendaya. No one really cared because it was just a fun movie. Seeing Tom Holland interacting with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. It was a fun movie. Seeing Doc Ock, hello Peter, Willem Dafoe. It was just like basically fan service. It was just a good movie. It was fun. From beginning to end, seeing these three Peter Parkers interacting with each other, that having a little bit of closure for some of them, like in the case of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, when Tom Holland's MJ is falling down, what does he do? Woof! And he has his own moment of like closure. I'm like, oh god, that is so good. That is so good. Because it was a fun movie. It was fun. It was goofy. Same thing with Top Gun Maverick. It's just meant to be a cool movie. They weren't movies focused around gender equality narratives, diversity quotas, or checking representation boxes. In contrast, many of Hollywood's most identity-focused projects have struggled to find traction, proving the audience want compelling characters and great stories, not agenda-driven filming. Exactly. Again, if they're going to be black, great. If they're trans, great. If they're females, great. But just because they're female doesn't mean you need to make every female you have just stomp all over men and emasculate them at every point. There needs to be a balance. They need to be well written, not just, oh my god, girl boss. If you have a black character, don't just make the whole character, the characteristic of them is that they're black. Sassy, loud. No one's gonna tell me what to do. That's not a personality. That's more of a stereotype. So all we're asking for is diversity, but better written. And yet the fucking idiots continue to think that we don't want it at all. Or that we say that we don't care about as long as it's well written. And then in their mind, it translates to, they don't want it at all. They don't like women. They don't like black people. They don't like members of the LGBTQ plus community. No, that's not what we're saying at all. You people are just too stupid enough to listen. You're just too stupid. So, we have a better chance of convincing a fucking brick wall at this point. Because you people clearly don't want to listen. Consider the case of 2024's top grossing film, Inside Out 2. While featured a female lead, the film's success was due to its strong storytelling and franchise recognition. I mean, I remember it did pretty good numbers. Meanwhile, movies that heavily marketed themselves around identity politics and like the Marvels often struggle to connect with general audiences. And then when you speak out about how the characters are one-dimensional, they're bland, it's, oh, well, you just hate women. This movie's not meant for you. Are you sure? Like, have you seen my Marvel collection? Pretty sure I'm a bigger fan than some blue-haired weirdo online who claims that diversity is the most important thing in these movies. You know? That's what the interactions are like. You have people who are actual fans of it just criticizing that, no, this actress wasn't good for the role. It could have been someone better. It's like, oh, you just hate women. No, I just hate that woman. Anyone else would have been fine. They could have got Terry Crews. I don't know. I mean, I would have loved to see Terry Crews as Captain Marvel. Hollywood executives and advocacy groups continue to claim that audiences demand more representation, which they don't. Just to fucking, again, do not believe what the weirdos on Twitter are saying. They say that the modern audience is the new thing and it's what people want. It's not. Numbers don't lie. The numbers clearly show that no one wants it. Or rather, the majority don't want it. If this approach were truly resonating, box office numbers would be soaring. Yeah. Not shrinking year after year. Rather than enforcing identity politics in every film, studios should take a step back and ask a simple question: why are we here? Just to suffer. How can this happen to me? Are these movies entertaining? Because at the end of the day, audiences don't care about diversity quotas. They care about good movies. Until Hollywood realizes this, expect the downward trend to continue. Yeah. Modern day. Modern day. This is modern day stuff. Like, they're trying to make modern day stuff into a thing where, you know, they're forcing it, thinking that people want it, but they don't, because again, numbers don't lie. If people wanted diversity or crappy written diverse characters, then these movies, these games, these TV shows, they would be booming. All the numbers, they'd be winning bigly, but they're not, because people are tired of it. People are tired of being pandered to. People are tired of one-dimensional characters. People are tired of of Hollywood taking characters and race swapping for no fucking reason, gender swapping for no reason, calling people misogynist because they criticize the actress and saying that there is a better fit for the role. No, don't have her at all. No, they're just her because she's bland. Like a bowl of cardboard chips has more flavor than this chick does. But yet you criticize a woman now and you're like, oh my God, you must hate women. No, I just hate this woman. Big difference. But, you know, the modern audience exists in Hollywood. They're the ones that think that it's what everyone wants when it's just what they want. Most people who live in the real world, who aren't living in their little fancy little houses, you know, mansions and their own little personal worlds, normal people don't give a crap about any of this. They just want to be entertained. If it's diverse, great. Just make it better written. Give the character more than just, you know, a personality based on their how they identify, you know, their skin color. Simple as that. But that's too much, isn't it? Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.